A leader is getting things done through people with an aspect of influence. Normally, for example, if you can easily do things alone, on your own. But now the rubber hits the road when you have to get the same quality of results or output through people. Traditional e-commerce is where the consumer is buying in. You leave your house, go to the market, go to the mall, browse the stores, and then you decide what you see. There's something physically, choose what you want to buy, and then you buy, maybe carry it home yourself. Okay, so yes, Glovo is predominantly food. And we launch the market through food, so I'm glad people know us for food. Yes, but beyond food, we do something else. We deliver everyday household essentials.
From purchasing power point of view, is that something that you see, and what are the other trends that you see that are enabling Glovo to actually grow at the rate that you are growing?
Beyond the consumer side, there's another side for what the supply side. Okay. But on the consumer side, you're seeing, I think, say convenience, and also the world is moving where we're getting very digital driven.
Have you had situations where you have had to make refunds, for instance?
Yes, definitely. We make refunds because for us, the consumer comes first. If you complain your goods were mishandled in the process, or if something was missing,
hata kama nishakula pizza.
So now you're supposed to give evidence. Okay, so sometimes you have some customers who are questionable, but they're still our customers. We love them. I think KEPSA is doing a great job in terms of trying to put in place policies and advocacies. We've seen a lot of push on innovation, digital business. We're seeing a lot of partnerships with other businesses. You put in place how people can network and get to know, like right now, people know what Glovo does.
What is the one myth about Glovo that you would want to dispel?
That Glovo only sells food. The myth is Glovo does not only sell food. We are selling other items on Glovo.
Apart from the gym, your outdoor activities.
It has to be outdoor.
Brought to you by CH Studios, creating content that connects.
Hi guys, it's good to see you again. I hope you've been well, and I hope that you've been interacting with our last episode. And today we're on Industry Insight, where we are hosting maybe one of your favorite ordering company. Is that what I say? Apps. Glovo Kenya. And we want to hear from you whether you have been using Glovo. If you haven't, why not? And if you have, what has been your best experience? I'm joined by Valentine, who is the head of quick commerce. And probably you and I both didn't know what that is called. We just order, it is delivered to us within the shortest time possible. In our previous conversation, we just learned that we Kenyans are demanding consumers. Do you agree with that? I agree. And I think that is why this conversation is going to make a lot of sense, because when you order your food on Glovo, you want it delivered within 20, 30 minutes. I mean, the stomach doesn't wait. Valentine, karibu sana to the set. It's good to have you.
Asante sana.
Tell us who you are. Yeah,
Okay, so my name is Valentine, as you've said before, Kainyu. I am a Kenyan at birth, Kenyan at education, did my bachelor's degree at UON in Nairobi, marketing. Then I went to PwC as a consultant for about 3 years. Then now I moved after PwC, I went to Jumia at the onset of e-commerce, but then we were thriving and trying to introduce the e-commerce concept to Kenyans. Jumia did a lot of marketplace, food also that time, Jumia Food. Took a break to do my MBA in France. And then now I came back, and now I am at Glovo, where I'm doing something called Q-commerce. Q-commerce.
Q for quick.
Q for quick commerce, yes.
We just actually learned that we were in the same company at some point. Yeah. So it's very interesting. The world is a small place to be. What defines Valentine? When we remove the titles, when we remove your education background, what defines you as a human being?
I am a lover for people. Overall, beyond anything, I love people, and I've sometimes go over and above to make sure the people around me are extremely loved and comfortable. A firstborn daughter, so I tend to give and sometimes overgive.
Give and give. I
Yeah,
can't
and you
relate.
forget yourself. So right now I'm learning to balance the two. But the key thing about my decisions, my career, my team, my family, everybody knows that comes across that I really love people and go over and above for people. That means comfort, that means grooming and training, that means financial provision, everything I'm keen to give and overgive.
Yeah. Tunasema sisi firstborns, we need a lot
You're a
of
firstborn too?
great. I am a firstborn too.
Okay, firstborn daughter.
Firstborn
Tough but loving, yeah.
Yeah, very true. And as a leader in your own space, how would you define a leader?
A leader is getting things done through people with an aspect of influence. Normally, for example, if you can easily do things alone, on your own. But now the rubber hits the road when you have to get the same quality of results or output through people. The tone of influence, definitely. So it requires you to do a lot of grooming, of course, putting in place structures where people can follow and execute without you being there. And the other mark for leadership I've come to learn with time is what you leave behind after you've left. For example, if you're heading a particular company, a department, or right now in Q-commerce, can the team work in my absence? That means I've put in place structures and processes and people, I have groomed them to believe in themselves for them to run without me. If you leave a role or you leave a company and everything crumbles, then we have question marks because it means everything was centered more around you and are you influencing or leaving a legacy?
Yeah. So you believe leaders are born or they are made?
Wow. I would say made. Made with the environment in which you are grown, you grew up in, one that you're raised in. You can get, some people are lucky to get a lot of influential people early in their lives, teachers, parents, neighbors, family, fast managers who really put a lot in you and groom you, giving you a better hand. So I would say made. You can also look for gaps in your leadership career and look for ways to fill those gaps and groom yourself so you can become a leader by making yourself to become one. So I think made.
Yeah. I do agree as well. I think leaders are made. The reason why I think that is because for those who make the arguments that leaders are born, we still have, maybe to some extent it's true, but you also see people with potential that go unutilized or underutilized.
Yeah.
Why? Because they are not, it's not their thing, or they don't want to even take the initiative to make the leadership count for them and come out. But also you can have the leadership in quotes in you from birth, but then you're living in an environment where it's not supported to thrive.
Yeah.
And so I think you have rightfully said and put in place the ingredients that then would go a long way in making a leader. From a day-to-day point of view, from the moment you wake up, as a head of quick commerce, how does your day look like?
Oh, wow. So I will wake up at around 4:30 or 5-ish, where I'll take time to go to the gym. I'm an avid go to the gym about maybe 3 or 4 times in a week. I have a trainer who, when I choose to miss it, he will call me. So having a trainer helps you just keep discipline to it. Then go to the gym, come back to the house, get back by around 7, prep, go to work, get to work by 8:30, 9-ish. But now when I come to work, my day is very diverse because I do a lot of different things, and I will give you a snippet into it. Maybe on Mondays, I'm doing a little bit of reporting. It's very heavy on reporting on our side, back-to-back meetings and prepping what you need to report. Onwards, within the week, it will be a mix of one-to-one meetings with my team, the different sub-departments. And then I will either be doing partner meetings, partner visits, like the stores. You have to go see what's happening in your stores, definitely, or meetings with the top management. Another time you'll be pitching to potential partners you want to join, or supporting your team in everything they want to do, grooming and answering their questions. Very diverse. Like, there's no day which is the same in my role. Coming to the evening, I will getting home around 6, 7-ish. Take time to relax, definitely. And I take time, I'm a very avid Christian, take time like an hour per day to pray, have my quiet time and settle down. And then I'll be in bed at around 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
QT is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. QT is essential in my life. Yeah.
Yes. But so that we don't lose our audience in understanding what exactly we are talking about.
Yeah.
Most of us are familiar with e-commerce, quick commerce is still new. Yeah, it's still new. So maybe you can help us understand what is quick commerce and why does it how does it apply to me as a consumer?
Okay.
Yes.
I will answer this by differentiating it between traditional commerce and e-commerce overall. Then I give you the difference. Traditional e-commerce is where the consumer is buying in, you leave your house, go to the market, go to the mall, browse the stores, and then you decide what you see. There's something physically, choose what you want to buy, and then you buy, maybe carry it home yourself. Takes time to commute, shop, compare, and then come back home. Then now, e-commerce is where you can have things that people like now Jumia come in play, the people like Amazon, and everybody else right now is having Instagram shops or websites.
TikTok.
Exactly, also TikTok. So now this person you'd have a chance to go compare from the comfort of your gadget, comfort of your home. You can compare between one store in Jumia and another store in Jumia, or what would it cost me to buy 2 different stores in Instagram. But now then you decide out of comparison, when you order, take some time to get to you. People like Jumia, for example, so far they have been doing next day delivery. And you can use it to buy large items, things like those. You have to take a lot of time to think through, compare and decide.
Yeah.
Quick commerce now is very more about convenience. For instance, you're at home, you're a mom, you don't have milk, no diapers and something. There's no time for you to run to the store and come back. No time to go to browse and compare what kind of diaper do I want. So you want to replenish. So that's when now Glovo comes in place. You go to a supermarket, you go to a store, a baby store on Glovo, and then you order the diapers, you order your milk, you order your food. If you want to feed your family, you order something, and we deliver in less than 1 hour. Less than 1 hour, it's next to your door. Sometimes all the way to half an hour. Yeah.
Maybe some of us from a point of ignorance or naivety also think that Glovo is mostly food delivery, and you've mentioned everyday essentials as well, FMCGs. So to confirm that is also available on Glovo, yes. How does it work? Do you have like warehouses that like supermarkets that you own, or do you collaborate with suppliers that would then help you to get the deliveries done within the quicker short time?
Okay, so yes, Glovo is predominantly food, and we launch the market through food. So I'm glad people know us for food. Yes, but beyond food, we do something else. We deliver everyday household essentials. So it's a merge of both. First, we partner with very many retailers. Thinking like supermarkets, we partner with Naivas, Carrefour, Quick Match, and all of them are on Glovo. We also partner with retail stores, the likes of pharmacies, Good Life, Pharma Plus, and others. We have beauty stores like True Cosmetics, Western Cosmetics, all of them are online. So there are people who own the stock on their own side. They have their stores, but now they put them on Glovo. Okay. Beyond that, we also have something called micro-fulfillment centers. It's a not very new, honestly, a little bit older in the market concept, where you put your everyday essentials on our store. It's called Super Glovo. But now on the back end, you can't see where the items are coming from, but you have a dark store where we put the everyday essentials. We try to put very efficient operations. I mean, in terms of pickers, in terms of in-store operations, that in this case, you'll get your things as fast as you need. But now the difference is you won't have the benefit of assortment that you'd have in a Carrefour or Naivas on Glovo. this case is limited everyday essentials.
Okay.
So it's a merge of both, but predominantly partnering with other retailers, like the likes of the big stores, who are more like food partners to deliver, to provide the big assortment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you in other cities apart from Nairobi?
Yes, we are. We are in Nairobi, the county itself, and also the metropolitan area.
Okay.
Like our two MFCs, we have two right now. They can cover the whole of Nairobi.
Okay.
The whole of Nairobi, the two part cover the whole of Nairobi. We are also in the peripheries. I'm thinking about Thika, thinking about Ngong, Rongai, Karen, and also about Naivasha. But if you look at now other cities, Mombasa, we are there, Eldoret, Kisumu, Nakuru, Naivasha, and Nanyuki.
Okay.
Those ones for now.
Yeah. And how long has it taken you to penetrate that much? Because I remember when Glovo entered the market, one of the biggest challenges was mimi kwenye niko sidhani kama utapata delivery yako ikufikie.
Yeah, I understand. I get you. So let me take a step back and walk you through something, the unique thing about Glovo and why it's unique. It takes time to penetrate. So remember when I said we have to deliver as fast as we can, meaning we have to be near the consumer.
Yeah, yes.
I'll give an example of food to land the point home.
Yes.
If I need to deliver to you food, an example of KFC, I need to get the KFC nearest to you to ensure the food gets to you hot and gets to you as fast as I can. So for the partners who have the biggest number of stores across Nairobi, they're the best partner for Glovo because I have shorter drive time to the consumer. Yeah. Same case, when it comes to Naivas, the more branches I have, the easier I can get to the consumer. So now, at the beginning, you come and you have to pitch a lot of the big chains because they can help you get to as many people as you can, precisely penetrate the market. But now, after you do the big chains, now that the next level is more of tier two or A or B kind of accounts. Okay. Now you have to look at who is the neighborhood bestseller item that when you are in your home, you can find out. You can order from your shawarma joint at the next point, or your nyama choma joint, or your pizza joint next to your house. Yeah.
So so this helps you to understand the customers based on maybe how many customers do you have in a certain region, and then that allows you to make a certain decision to establish yourself there. Because otherwise, if you establish yourself before you get the customers or before you see the interest.
Yes, it's a merge of two. The customers, one, and also with our partners. Okay. For example, if you see in every mall, you have an anchor tenant. So Glovo, think about the same concept. You have more like an anchor partner. So if you have a KFC, you have a Sembisa brand, you have a supermarket, you have whatever. It means we have enough things to provide to the consumer than for us to open up Glovo there. If you go, for example, to my local village, my hometown, there's no big chain, there's no one. It's very hard then to make all of these things work. So it will get there, but we get some time to get there. Yeah. So we prefer to begin with where we have a lot of supply and demand in the same case.
Yeah. Some business sense.
Yeah, on demand also look at population density. Yeah. If you look at a place like Kilimani, Kileleshwa, you have high rises, you have in a square kilometer, you have a lot of people, a lot of homes and families because it's dense in terms of population. Yeah. Unlike if I go to very high-end areas or homes where you have to walk a kilometer before you get to the next house. One. So the one which has a lot of dense population makes sense for Glovo because it's more of supply and demand.
Okay. Yeah. And apart from the ones that you have already mentioned, are there other interesting trends that you see? And consumerism is a big one. Comfort as well. Comfort stroke convenience. From purchasing power point of view, is that something that you see, and what are the other trends that you see that are enabling Glovo to actually grow at the rate that you are growing?
Beyond the consumer side, there's another side for the supply side.
Okay.
But on the consumer side, you're seeing, I think, convenience, and also the world is moving where we're getting very digital driven. For instance, Kenyans are very prone to mobile payment. Kenyans are very keen to social media platforms. For example, we are told to become an army online on Twitter, KOT, that thing. So Kenyans are very digital driven. So people have 2 phones.
Yes.
People have all the apps.
Yes.
So they're very prone to adopt modern things.
Yeah.
So you can find even people who are millennials, they are keen to order everything online, and they have a lot of trust because we have the M-Pesa function, which helps everybody be open to order things online and pay online.
Yeah.
Now, the growth is also driven by factors beyond the consumer, more on the demand side. We are seeing a lot of partners adopting e-commerce also.
Okay.
So previously we had one big player. For example, we had Jumia, the biggest driver, like championing e-com everywhere. But now we have stores opening their own website, opening their own apps. We have every store has a WhatsApp delivery, some sort of function like that. So the adoption is being driven by people beyond Glovo.
Yeah.
And now the share of people who are open to try out Glovo is increasing. And the moment we work with our partners to have a consistent service. For instance, right now, when you go to Glovo, you'll see stores marked as same price as in-store. That means the price you're getting on Glovo is similar to what you'd get
if you
in
go
the
to
store.
the store. You get it, yeah.
Secondly, we have a Prime offer. Prime means you pay X amount of money, for now 400 Kenyan shillings, and you get as many deliveries as you want in a month. So if I can only pay 400 bob, which is cheaper than calling my normal delivery person, my border person, and I save time, and you bring me the same quality of things, then why would I have to go to a store?
Why would I not use it?
Yeah. And then life is becoming a little bit busy right now. People are tending to spend time in traffic, spend time at work. When you come home, you'd rather spend your money to buy any little convenience that you can.
Yeah, very true. Very
so
true.
Anyway, we say we sell convenience. I sell convenience for a living. Yeah.
Yes, very true. And it's also very easy to identify and spot a Glovo rider from like miles away. I don't think you can drive or walk at a certain distance without seeing a Glovo rider. The branding, of course, it's part of that. But what is so special about the backpack that they actually carry?
Yeah, you're right. Beyond the branding, because branding is a key part for it. People know about Glovo because they see the riders, and you can find somebody asking, so what is this Glovo riders we're seeing everywhere? I know they have the bags, the helmet, the umbrellas, and the reflectors, for sure. But also that bag, it's specially made for deliveries, mostly for food, because it's insulated inside.
Okay.
So it's able to keep the food intact, keep the food in the right temperature.
Yeah.
And also for convenience, it's a backpack. They can strap it on their backs.
Instead of tying
around,
back.
or you're carrying food everywhere with your hands.
Yes.
It also helps with hygiene issues, that the customer knows the food was not carried around when the driver was driving, but was put somewhere hygienic and somewhere comfortable. It helps us reduce some of the incidences, such as low quality deliveries. I'm talking about, will your food spill? Will your pizza come upside down? Because you have somewhere intact, the pizza can be placed in the bag and then get the customer in the right condition.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's beyond branding. It's very efficient for the riders and keeps the food in the right quality.
And for them, for you, maybe any other rider, it's just about moving from point A to point B. For a company like Glovo, having riders is more than that. It's they're your ambassadors out there. You know, they represent your brand. So what are the things that you look for when you're getting the driver, or when you're sustaining that sort of team that you work with in delivery?
You're very right, because the riders are the face of Glovo to everybody else. Some of the things we look for is reliability. For instance, when you are supposed to you're supposed to come to work, and you come and show up at work, and then you're supposed to go gotten a ping to get your food in a particular store or get an item. Will you then be there on time, or you will take forever to go to show up? Delivering to the customers, our riders going straight to the customers as they should be, or are they passing around everywhere? Just night time I go repair my bicycle when I'm getting somebody's.
I need to detour.
Precisely. The other one is communication. For instance, you need to be able to educate the customer. Hi, if you have this problem, please reach out to Glovo. They can do 1, 2, 3. You can also order from Prime if you hear it, or you can They also help us with educating the stores, communicating with the stores. For instance, if you're having a very big operational gap, they're made to wait, which delays the whole process. Then they can flag it back to Glovo. Then Glovo can link up with the store to see how we can train and help them better. So more reliability and communication, because they communicate to the customers and communicate back to us.
I had an incident last week. It wasn't with Glovo. It wasn't with Glovo. I won't mention from where, but because it wasn't the institution's fault, it was the riders' fault. So I ordered. So I was expecting. It wasn't quick. I don't know what to call between quick or 30 to 1 hour and the next day, because it's like from a supermarket. So when you have pre-booked, they give you like an hour, 2 or 3. Yeah. So I'm expecting ile siku yani unaangalia kwa fridge yako.
You always waiting.
Hakuna kitu. So you decide the weather is not looking the best, so let me just order and then I have it delivered. And that includes your meal for the evening, like what you're going to cook. So you expect delivery tafika 5 p.m. Yeah. So I'm tracking. Time imefika. Usually I've never had an issue. So time imefika, I'm expecting a call anytime. Instead of a call, I get a notification from the app that we attempted delivering your order but have failed. And I'm like, why have you failed? And it's prepayment, so I've already spent the money. Which means whatever I was planning to spend for that day or the next day, it's already gone, right?
Yeah.
So I now try to look for the customer service. I ask what has happened. I'm getting this notification, blah, blah, blah. They call the rider, and then I'm told, first of all, the rider amesema, ati that barabara yenye alitumia was impassable. And I'm like, did the rider call me? No. So how do I know which route he used to say is impossible? Because I am using a route that is passable.
Actually, yeah.
So you didn't call wherever the maybe the Google Map, because also Google Map misleads
people sometimes.
So if Google misled you, you're supposed to call me before you return my order, because he returned the order back to the store. Yes. Okay. And now at this time I was understanding what happened. It's already late. So the order has to be redelivered the following day. So now I have to figure out, what am I going to do with dinner? What am I going to do with breakfast? And the cost that I have to incur tomorrow, because then lunch is also counted. I have to go to the office without a meal. That means I have to buy lunch, right? Yeah. Until the following day evening when I get back home for the delivery. So I agree with you that riders they represent a lot of the brand, it's really important. But also looking beyond the riders, because they are part of your ecosystem and partners. There are also the other vendors, like you have already mentioned. If someone is watching and is wondering how they can join the team of vendors or partners, what is the process like for Glovo?
For now, they'd have to go and Google. It's a very simple instruction, but it's true. You can Google how to become a rider on Glovo, how to become a partner on Glovo, and then you'll get to a link where you self-subscribe yourself. Additionally, we also have our offices up in the Piano. It's on 9th floor. If it's something you need somebody to come and guide you through or walk you through, you're open to walk in and maybe ask for somebody relevant to your department or sub-department to get helped. But the most efficient one and keen for everyone is the one that you do it online.
We make Google our friend.
Yeah. And also you're able to, I suppose, to get instructions, see comments from other people, walk yourself through. But either way, Glovo is in Kenya and we're in Westlands. So Westlands alone for now and Mombasa. And we're available to help you in person if you need some help.
Okay.
When you bring in your submission, we'll ask for some documents, definitely just to cross-check. Verify. But we'll be having somebody now who will walk you through, maybe through a call or in person, depending on different factors. Then guide you through how to set up your shop, what you need to do for us, do the images, and then walk you through different aspects of growing your account on Glovo. What do you need to do to ensure that the customers have the best experience? and how we can collaborate more.
Okay. Do you do activations or it's ni wale tu watajituma?
Yeah, so we have agents who go around the different cities, both covering food and q-commerce side. I mean, within Nairobi, different areas, neighborhoods, or Mombasa, Kisumu, Nanyuki, every other areas, try to onboard some partners. So when you see a new restaurant that has opened, or somebody who have not managed to, they don't know about Glovo on their own, we have people, agents, who approach them and then walk them through how to join Glovo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. One of the most interesting and helpful things that I've seen actually when you're walking into, especially the fast foods, the restaurants that you have partnered with, it's easy to notice. I see the for Glovo orders or Glovo, like you have a counter for Glovo orders and Glovo riders, so like they don't necessarily
This must be
always
supermarkets, right?
wait. Even restaurants I've seen.
Okay.
I've seen in Java. I've seen is it Chicken Inn? Or some I've seen in several where Glovo has like a counter for them, but also in supermarkets, like a counter for
a whole
Glovo.
till, yeah.
A whole till for Glovo.
Yeah.
I think which also increases the response time.
Yeah, the response time, and also we don't want to interfere with your foot traffic in the store. So we don't allow us to be waiting at every counter, making it a little bit inconveniencing for your foot traffic.
Okay.
So having one pickup point, mostly in the restaurant, that they know I'll pick the Glovo orders here, makes it easy and efficient for everybody else. For supermarkets, it allows us to equally provide the service at a faster pace because we have a dedicated till for online orders, so that whole consumer needs are all taken care of that way. Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of investment, I know a lot of investment has gone into making the business a success to the point you are. And I know you're still looking at where do we innovate better, where do we increase our investment so to make the customer experience much better. Comparing the investment in quick commerce in Kenya as a market and the other markets in Europe and Asia where Glovo operates, what would you say sets Kenya apart in terms of the investment landscape in quick commerce?
By investment, you mean the partners investing or?
Both the partners investing, but also you entering into this market and making it work. It's an investment in itself.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
got you. So one of the things which makes Kenya unique is, one, we have all the big partners on Glovo. I know some other markets, they are still working to get the bigger chains. Remember when I mentioned about when you have the tier 1 partners who have the highest capillarity? So like now we were the first ones compared to competition to getting all the big supermarkets on Glovo. That means a lot of effort and a lot of time went into it to ensure we have the right commercial conditions for both sides to make it work. The other side is, I know we have a very lean team in Kenya, for sure, because Glovo is pretty lean but extremely efficient internally. A lot of prioritization is needed and has been done.
Okay.
For example, when you have 3 people in a sub-department, then what do they invest their time on? Do we go around chasing every standalone Valentine store, or do I do one who has a bigger store coverage? So it's more of internal prioritization and a fast mover advantage for getting a lot of the big stores online.
Okay. Pretty interesting. There are some stills on the strategy as well, and what is helping it all work. When it comes to consumer behavior, what is the one thing that gave you a shocker? Like in the industry, coming to quick commerce now, and you're like, I didn't expect that from Kenyans in Kenya, but well, it's happening.
The unique consumer behavior for Kenyans is their ability to try out new things. For instance, at the beginning, as you said, Q-commerce was mainly, Glovo is known for food, but now we have supermarkets, and we ended up listing things like microwaves, vacuumers. We're now partnering with Hotpoint, and it's, let's see if the consumers will adopt this. But now we are seeing people buying microwaves through Glovo. People are buying ironing boxes. So I'm impressed, the Kenyan consumer, as long as you give them convenience,
Yes.
they'll go out of their way to try out something new.
Yeah. Okay. And between 2025 and 2026, or in the short term, some of the milestones that Glovo has made and why that matters for Kenyans. Like, why would I care? Glovo has done this cool thing. Glovo has launched a new fulfillment center. Glovo has. Why should it matter to me as a Kenyan consumer?
So the first one in 2025, Glovo signed an MOU with the Ministry of Labor. This was more to have to give jobs to agents, over 200 of them, onboard merchants, and also a number of riders that are going to be onboarded on Glovo.
Okay.
All of these ones are mainly SMEs and young people. This means people, if you're a Kenyan and you have a business or you have somebody who wants to do an extra job like a rider, Glovo has this chance for you to partner with us. It matters for them. And secondly, we have a lot of partnerships with to try for environmental, to try to have, we have our orders over about 20% are provided by e-bikes. More like responsibility to the environment.
And especially that comes in handy now that we have fuel issues and the prices are going high.
There is also a plan to partner with, it's ongoing right now, signed with NTSA, to give the riders certifications in terms of NTSA. How do they have a rider's call? That means you're going to be having well-behaved riders with the right documentation and having discipline in all of this process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, impressive. I think all very important. Is there like a process for like some of the logistics companies I see? You see a truck on the road and it says for any issues, call this number. Some of the e-commerce and quick commerce pages, by the time you get a direct connection, it does take quite a long. So if it's an emergency situation, then do you have like a platform or number that customers can call in case of an emergency? Assume it's on the road. Assume a rider is involved in an accident and they need help.
Yeah, so our riders are planned for because they have an emergency rescue.
Okay.
So we have somebody providing ambulances and immediate medical care to them in case they're involved in a road accident. When it comes to the customers, and maybe they have an experience with the riders, like you're saying, they give you, in case of something called the following number, bad experience, something like that, you can go to the order chat, like you can ask chat life support, and then complain about your ongoing order. Or you can, after it's done, after the incident and the order is delivered and you want to complain about the rider, you can go and rate the rider. If you rate them negatively, you'll be asked for comments and the customer support will investigate to find out what's going on with the riders. So they are well taken care of in terms of emergency, ambulances, somebody to rescue them in case there's a problem. And also for the consumer side, we protect them in case they have a negative experience and they want to give us the feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had situations where you have had to make refunds, for instance?
Yes, definitely. We make refunds because for us, the consumer comes first. If you complain your goods were mishandled in the process or if something was missing.
Hata kama nishakula pizza.
So now you're supposed to give evidence. Okay, so sometimes you have some customers who are questionable.
Yeah.
But they're still our customers. We love them. That becomes a little bit technical, but our agents are trained to try and investigate and find out what's the best way to handle this. The best way to handle this in each and every instance. So we try to be fair at the end of the day.
Yes.
If you have a habit of kukula pizza alafu unakuja na claim, now we'll be having question marks. What's happened with this customer?
Yes. Yes. Very interesting. Policy support from the government side is equally very important for quick commerce to thrive, for businesses like yours to thrive. What are your thoughts around the landscape in the country? Has there been adequate investment in policy placement, but also implementation to also connect with that along with your thoughts is, as a member of KEPSA, and from a policy advocacy perspective, has that contributed to how your business has thrived so far?
Yes, it has. I think KEPSA is doing a great job in terms of trying to put in place policies and advocacies. We've seen a lot of push on innovation, digital business. We're seeing a lot of partnerships with other businesses. You put in place how people can network and get to know, like right now, people know what Glovo does. If you watch your platform or you read your magazine, things you're publishing, you're able to know what does other businesses do. So if I need collaboration, I'm able to do that because KEPSA makes this possible. In terms of policies, I see a lot of involvement from you with the government to find out if we have particular industries, how do we make it more relevant for them to grow? In our case, commerce on an online platform. I see, for example, you provide light, what happens, and how then can we come together as different platforms to make it work. So that has helped Glovo a lot, and I think it's something we should keep on doing. In terms of what could be done better, in terms of things I see, they are still in the infancy stage and are yet to get there. I'm not saying not yet done, but yet to get there. We are in keen for things like rider frameworks. Right now, a lot of people are using riders. And TSA now, I said Glovo just signed an agreement with them to put a rider score. So maybe we had a framework about how then if you have a riders, what are the key things we should do and how does that protect the business person versus the rider and the consumer. That would be something which is keen to be done. But so far, KEPSA is doing a great job in terms of policies and supporting Glovo.
Amazing. I know we are coming to the end of the conversation, but I have some quick fire questions.
Yes, go ahead.
We have some quick fire questions for you, just to also understand. For instance, see tunaishi Nairobi and traffic are synonymous.
Yeah.
So between traffic and a bad rider experience, which one have you seen on the rise? Like, for instance, motorbikes, they are quick to navigate.
Okay.
Pretty much. But the traffic situation and deliveries are also quite something. What is your experience on that? Even from a personal perspective.
Rider experience, do I give you why? My thinking process?
Yes,
or it's a quick fire? Okay.
Yes, please.
So my thinking process is the rider experience overall translates to the customer experience. The customer is always needing for demand and they always want the best service possible. Traffic, we can work around. We can say we can have more riders, increase rider density, have more in the road to plan for, time spent on traffic, and so everybody gets their order on time. But the moment the consumer is always wanting something, for example, let's say for food now, out of Qcom, somebody is hungry. By the time you think to order, you don't order before you become hungry. You order when you're hungry. So if I tell you I'm bringing your food in half an hour, if I add 1 minute, they're now from hungry, they are angry.
Yes.
So now it's very hard for the rider experience because we have to train them emotional intelligence, yada, yada, and our customer promise ensure everything is done.
Okay. What is the one myth about Glovo that you would want to dispel?
That Glovo only sells food. We sell supermarket items, we sell electronics, we now have techno on board, we are selling phones, we are having talks with other electronic partners, we have pharmacies, we have fashion, Puma just came on board. Yeah, sports items, we have Decathlon. So the myth is Glovo does not only sell food, we are selling other items on Glovo. Yeah.
What is your go-to activity outside the office, personal activity that you're like, this helps me relax? Sports-wise, are you, apart from the gym? I'm trying to figure out, yeah. Apart from the gym, your outdoor activities.
It has to be outdoor.
Because the others you mentioned, like in going to the gym, quiet time, reading. You mentioned reading? Did you mention reading?
I did not.
You didn't mention reading. Go-to activity.
So I'll mention both. One, I like indoor. When I watch a good movie, it makes me relax.
Yes.
I know it sounds not the most educated about it, but when I watch a good movie,
we are not going for education. We're just going for the fun thing.
It relaxes me.
I think we work a lot, so the educated part to achieve.
Then the other part is when I hang out with friends. I'm very keen for hosting. I can be hosting an event at a restaurant. We come together, we have a game night. I enjoy Kenya 50, more of the fighting, and it's more of the fighting, let me not lie. It's very dramatic, that game. Kenya 50 is very dramatic. I also enjoy other games like cards, all of those things. I enjoy a game night will really open up my mind. And I also enjoy music. So watching a live concert, going to a live recording, those things really lift up my spirits. Yeah.
Amazing. And finally, what is the one message that you would like to send to your customers who are listening to you and who's going to watch this conversation?
The customers, you are our first priority. Everything we do in Glovo are based on fulfilling your needs. One, in terms of who do we list on Glovo, the service we provide, including cancellations, including when we are open, our proximity to you. So please keep on ordering with us. When we let you down, please give us feedback. We read the comments, we see your ratings, and we work to improve. And we are here because of you. So before we even talk about anything more, thank you for trusting Glovo with your needs.
There is nothing more to add to that. Apart from after the conversation of food and looking at the hour, I feel like my stomach is already growling and somebody needs to order some food for us.
Order a Glovo, please.
Glovo.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for staying with us. Thank you, Valentine, for shedding light on Glovo, your operations, customer relations, every aspect. I think from this conversation, personally, I understand the business a bit more. I understand how to relate with you more as a company. I understand what the right questions are for the rider when they come, how to give feedback, and hopefully the listeners and the viewers for this podcast as well, you have a better understanding of Glovo. But remember, if you still have any questions, you can directly reach out to Glovo, but feel free to also share some questions with us if you need us to direct them directly to Valentine. We will do that, and hopefully she will give feedback and we will share the feedback right back with you. Thank you for staying with us. This has been an industry insight conversation on the Exchange podcast, produced in partnership with CH Studios in Westland. I've been your host, Josephine Wawira. Thank you very much for being with us. And until next time, ciao.
Ciao.
Brought to you by CH Studios, creating content that connects.